If I'm on the page for the dashboard, don't ask me, like how the dispute goes out. Just ask me about where we're at on the dashboard, et cetera. Just to go on. Let's keep the ball rolling with here, and let's keep it proper. As we keep building this up, we'll go through it. I'll ask you a bunch of questions, answer the questions. If you guys stay engaged, this can go very quickly. If I got to pull teeth over here, this can go very slowly. I need to know what you guys know and what you don't know, and we'll go from there. As soon as this is our first one, as soon as I'm getting ready to rock and roll, I'm going to ask you guys if you can see my screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen, and we're going to go from there. All right, guys? Let's rock and roll. I'll introduce myself when we get the screen open. At 6:15, I am shutting the door. Nobody's gonna be able to be let in after 6:15. All right, can everybody see my screen? Oh, this is gonna be a long night. Thank you, Miss Walton. Okay, everybody. So as we go through this, we're going to do this very quickly in the sentiment, and I'm going to go over everything. So on the dashboard, when you get logged in, we're in Dion software, Schmitty software, Darius. The software looks very similar. You'll see, hi, Dion. This is going to be his name, his email address, which is his username, and then the general attacks. This is the currency to pay the AI to generate the letters. So they call it a general attack. Some people call it a GA. Some people call it a token. Some people call it a credit. I don't care what terminology you use for it. Just understand, a general attack means a GA, means a credit, means a token. Whatever you want to use, it's all the same thing. It's just telling the AI, hey, I'm going to give you 1 token to pay to generate my letter. Here's how it works. Okay? 1 token will generate a round of letters for 1 month, barring you did it correctly. And what does that look like? It will generate an unlimited amount of negative items, an unlimited amount of letters, and an unlimited amount of pages. Meaning, let's break this down into numbers because that sounds really funky when you say it like that. If you have 100 negative items, the software can generate 300 letters and 3,000 pages. If you have 10 negative items, it can generate 30 letters and 300 pages. Just to give you guys an idea. Does that make sense to everybody? Put a 1 in the chat if it makes sense. Put a 2 in the chat if you're lost. Perfect. Great, we don't have a lot of people, so that's fantastic. Okay. Join the free community. You're just going to click on this link. It's going to take you to the Facebook community. You can join the community from here. There's also an AI community. Ray, can you drop the link for the AI community? Which is right here. This is the Metro 2 AI AI community. Ray put it in the chat. Then if you're having software issues, if you click on this, it'll open up a new page. It'll get you to add a ticket. This is how you add a ticket. Walkthroughs, Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m., Saturday at 11 a.m. I host Tuesday and Wednesday. Mr. Boro hosts Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, just to give you guys that idea. And that's it. Any questions on this page? Put a 2 if you have no questions and want to move on. Or ready to move on. Perfect. Okay. I skip over the get started section because at the end of class, if everybody says to the end of class, I'm going to give you a YouTube channel. When you go to that YouTube channel, it's going to have all the brand new videos because it's being recorded live right now. So every time that we do something, it's always live. So you don't have to worry about, oh, did I miss class? What's going on? This, that, and the everything. No, we just go over everything in there and everything's live. It's not older videos. So that's why I skipped to get started. Let's go to pricing. So I'm going to break the pricing schedule down to you guys, but I want everybody to understand what I tell you, right, for pricing and what you can utilize is what fits your pocket, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I don't want to tell everybody, like, I could tell you to buy the bronze package, and I'm going to tell you to buy the bronze package to get started. But if you only got money for the $97 package, I'm going to tell you, fine, go with it. But you need to understand with whatever you're doing, however it works, you just got to make sure that you're doing it correctly, because you can really cause a lot of damage if you don't do it properly. So what do I mean that? The iron package is $97. We call it the downgrade package because it only comes with one GA. So what happens? Or one token, one credit, whatever you want to call it. Okay? What happens when a client comes into this downgrade package, right? And what happens when they come into this downgrade package and they run it and they mess up? Well, they have to pay $40. So what I did was, if this is one token, and it's $97, we have to add 3 tokens. That's another $120 to equal the next package. The next package, 4 tokens. In retrospect, you wind up saving $70 over the tokens. We know that it takes 3 tokens to generate your first letter correctly. It's $177. There's $30 right there, $30 savings. Now, if it goes up to the 217, because you have to want to compare apples to apples, this one is $70 cheaper. So why do I bring that up? You utilize this for 2 months, then downgrade to the iron package. All the tokens roll over, all the credits roll over, all the GAs roll over, whatever you want to call it, they roll over. This can handle, the bronze package can handle 1 to 2 clients, silver can handle 2 to 4, gold can handle 10, platinum 15, diamond 50. So when I tell you guys this, I'm telling you this because I want you guys to understand what we're doing and how we're doing it. I don't want you to buy the iron package just because it had one person. Now, if that's all you can afford, that's fine. But understand, do not generate the letters and do not go through the system to generate these letters, okay, until you have a full understanding of how to generate a letter, because you will mess up. And it's not because I'm not a good teacher or anything. I'm not sitting behind a computer and telling you, you missed your address, you missed a 2, you missed a state, you forgot to put something in the zip code, you spelled your name incorrectly. This is things that we see all the time. So I'm just letting you guys know that. Are there any questions on this package over here? What's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you. I'm bugging along today. I realized Tuesdays are Tuesdays are the easy class. So we're gonna bug along, and then if anything, I'll get people to join up on tomorrow night, because tomorrow night's when I go super in depth. Only one person said no questions. Okay, let's move on. We did overpricing. How to get your credit report. Credit report's really easy. Click get your credit report, go to my free score now, and boom, it's right there. Simple and easy. Done. Let's go over here to manage all users. Let's teach you how to set up a client. So we're going to go to manage all users. We're going to go to manage profile, and we're actually going to learn how to set up a client. Okay, so I'm going to add profile, and we're going to do this. So now I'm going to write everything out for you guys just so you understand it. So the first name, let me actually click this. John Joe Smith Jr. Date of birth, 01/01/1990. Social Security is 000-00-1234. Phone number. This phone number is for your purposes. I would put it in, but it's not needed if you're doing it for yourself. I mean, you're going to pick up the phone and call it yourself, but the software sometimes requires it, so just put it. 8 Northwest 12th Street, APT 14C, Northeast Tower. Oh, I spelled East wrong. EAST Tower. Okay. City is Manhattan. It's New York. I spelled Manhattan wrong. There you go. And then the zip code is 10038. Now, I made errors, conscious errors, purposefully. Why did I make conscious errors? Because when you make conscious errors, you'll go back and look at it. I did it purposefully so you guys can see it. Fat finger technique, spelling something incorrect, missing a letter, doing something, because we want to get the job done. What happens is people don't realize getting the job done doesn't necessarily mean that you did it correctly. So what I want to do is focus on this with you guys. Okay? So these first 3 lines, John Joe Smith Jr., 01/01/1990. The best document to use to get that information is your passport. Ali, I don't have a passport. Okay, that's fine. Driver's license or ID. What happens if they're from another state? Don't worry about it, because the only document, the only thing that we're filling out off that document is John Joe Smith Jr. and then the date of birth. That's it. I'm not filling out anything else. I don't need anything else. So what I want you to understand is, because you have 1, 2, 3, 3 document area, that's all we need to do. So we circle that one's completed. Social Security. Okay, Social Security, the best documents are the Social Security card. But what happens if you can't utilize the Social Security card? W-2, first page of taxes. Okay, one of those 2 things. If you don't have one of those 2 things, I would suggest calling the Social Security office and having them reissue a new Social Security card. Okay, that's the best thing that I would do, is wait until that comes in. Okay, the last thing. Now, there's many documents that could be utilized for street name, number, and address, city, state, and zip code. There's many documents you can use. The best document to be utilized is the bank statement. I was like, hold on, brain freeze. Bank statement. You want to utilize the bank statement. Why? Because the bank statement is hard to defraud. So I want everybody to understand that. Why are we utilizing the bank statement? Because the bank statement is hard to defraud. That's why we want to utilize said document. Make sense? Beautiful.
Yes, sir. I sure looked at your YouTube. I watched the one from March 25th. I watched that whole thing yesterday.
March 25th?
Yeah, because I think that's the most recent one that I seen.
Should be one from Friday.
I didn't see it.
Whatever the case. Okay, keep going. That's not an issue. But that's where we're at. Why do we want to use said documents? Okay, the bank statement is the one because of defrauding, but also the bank statement is going to have your up-to-date address because you want to get your statements. And also you're going to use the city, the state, and the zip code from that. Okay? Why? I'm not going to point fingers. I'm not going to say anything to anybody in here. Ready for this? But I guarantee you, even in this small group of people, there's at least one person right now. I'm a betting man. Love being a betting man on this one. At least one person right now that their ID does not match where they currently live. So if there's one person right now that their ID does not match currently where they live, that is why we do it this way. So, just utilize the ID for all your information. No, because that's not necessarily true. That's why we say passport. Just to give everybody that understanding. Does everybody understand where we're at over here and what we are doing over here? Does that make sense? You're going to utilize the first name, the last name, the date of birth from your passport. Social Security card for your social, and then a bank statement for the street name, number, address, city, state, and zip code. Let's put a 5 in the chat if we're all in agreement with this. Perfect. All right, let's move on. Now, I don't touch this area over here, and I don't touch this area over here. I would click Save, and let's save the documents. Why? Because when we save the documents, it'll look something like this. Here's what it looks like. Okay? I saved all the information. Everything looks great. Everything looks like it's ready to rock and roll. We're good to go. So now let's do this. Ready? Let's go to a client that's actually done correctly. Ready? Here's everything. Here's all the information on how we work through everything. Okay? Current samples, date of birth, social security, street address, city, state, and zip. Done. And I have the matching information. Look, the ID does not match the address. This is Wichita, Kansas, or Topeka, Kansas. This is California, but the ID, the bank statement's from California. So that's the reason that we know that. Then you have your social security card and your passport card if you want to do that. Now, I say passport card. I put this up over here just in case because a lot of people don't have the passport card. But this, if you want to see how it really looks, this is how it should really look with your passport card, social security, and your date and your proof of address. You're done. That's it. Now, I want to upload my credit report. Okay? Right, everybody want to upload the credit report because we can't attack anything without uploading the credit report. So we pulled our credit report from My Free Score Now. That's right here. We got in, and once we log in, we can go over here. Let's see if I can log in. Here we go. I can log in. Once I get in, boom. I have all the information. So what do? I go over here to the little orange person, or yellow person, golden person, whatever you want to say. I click that. Then I click My Profile. And then I click Generate Client Token. Now, I have this done for a client already. As we can see, it's already here. So I'm going to get that token. I'm going to copy and paste it to a chat. Okay? And now I can go in and get that data. Okay? I'm going to copy and paste that to a chat. All right, now that I'm done, perfect. Copy and paste that to the chat. I got over here. I would click Generate the Token. Then there's a button that says Copy. When I copy it, I come over here, remove the username and the password. Hold on, let me delete it so you guys can hear. Ready? I'm going to add a new one. See? Plus sign. Now it's going to add a brand new. Okay, let's add a new one. I'm going to paste that token inside, and then I'm going to paste that password. I'm going to paste that username, which is the email address inside. Ready? Watch this. Paste. And save. I'm done. Process the request. Done. Completed. How's everybody with that? Does anybody need me to go over that? Does anybody need me to show that again? If the credit report doesn't load, the credit file doesn't load, you can't attack anything. So just want to make sure that everybody's good. Okay. We have now officially set up the file. We have a credit report. We have all the documents, and we have all the address printed, ready to rock and roll. So now we're done. We're going to go to send rounds of attack, and we're going to get ready to send out our first attack. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. So I come over here and I handle this. I click this, and I click that. Once I hit that button, right, and I click to do it yourself, well, you could either do maximum efficiency focused, maximum effectiveness focus, which is just send around without knowing anything. Or you could do it yourself. I'm going to show you guys how to do it yourself today. Okay? Then I'm going to tell you, I don't want to print my documents out. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go to the post office. I don't want to do anything. So I select the Badi team, and then I put this discount code inside. TPNPA. Please teach to how to do it myself. I am doing it ourselves. Beautiful. So now, AIs pop up. Everything's good to rock and roll. I'm going to give you guys a cheat sheet right now. Bear with me 1 second while I get it up. Today, okay, today's going to be a good day. The first cheat sheet I'm going to put in the chat for everybody is right here. Okay? So, the cheat sheet that I put it in explains the AIs. Most aggressive is these. Least aggressive is these. So, when we look at it, the cheat sheet tells us that the most aggressive AI is MPEP. Second is MPEC. Okay? So, this is set to SECA. What's SECA? SECA is fourth. Okay, so we're going to use a weaker thing. We're not. We're going to set it to something that we want to do. So I know that all the rest of the teachers are teaching MPEP. I'm going to teach MPEC. Right? So now I just finished that. Okay, so now I gave you opulence. I gave you, and now we're going to do the attack. What's the attack? The attack is the round that you're in for the current 30 days. If you're in the first 30 days, you're on round 1. The next 30 days is round 2. The next 30 days is round 3. The next 30 days is round 4. The 30 days after that is round 5. And then the last 30 days is round 6. Why do I say it like that? You don't generate round 6 if you've messed up 6 times. I've had people do that. You don't generate round 2 if you messed up once. You stay in the current round that you're in. So I generate opulence 1 or MPEC 1. Ready? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a client that's financially spent or hurting, what you're going to do is you're going to select the blue like this. I'll take a screenshot for you guys. You're going to select the blue like this. You're going to put the boxes at the bottom. I'm going to paste that for you guys. So it's exact 30 days or whatever day you send it out on. So if I'm sending it out from you, you're going to send it out 30 days after it arrives at the bureau, especially if you do mail with tracking. But that's a question you say for after class, not in the middle. Because then some people are going to go into that. So that's the way that I'm showing you right now. This is what I call financially challenged. If you're financially challenged, this will only generate 6 letters, no matter how many negative items you have. It can generate a lot of pages, but 6 letters is what it will generate full force if you got this. Now, it's not aggressive. It's not going to be the most aggressive. What happens is it's going to be aggressive in the sense of the verbiage will be there, but I use the explanation of a bottle of water, right? Think the envelopes that you're sending to the bureau as a bottle of water. So say I disputed on my round 1. If you haven't done anything in the software, round 1. Let's keep those guys appreciated, but let's keep those questions to the end of class. So I said, let me get through this. Let me make sure we have a question, what's on the screen, and we'll go from there. I appreciate the question, Tiffany. Good question. But let's save it to the end of class where people can hear you and what you're saying. I like to explain the next piece like this. Bottle of water, right? If you have a full 20-ounce bottle of water, think about that as blue, right? I'm going to take this bottle. I'm going to mail blue to one bottle to each bureau, right? If the bottle breaks, this is a bad example, but if the bottle breaks and there's nothing inside of the file, right? Nothing inside of the bottle, when it gets to the bureau, they can't dispute anything. Okay? So that's blue. Green, on the other hand, is taking that same 20-ounce bottle and now cutting it up into categories. And each individual category is 1 ounce, right? Now, you're gonna you're gonna send out the same 20 ounces to the bureau, but now it's individually packaged. And for example, just to give you the personal information one, something bad happens to it. It gets a stall letter, something happens to that. Now the one bottle is the bad bottle, not all the other 20 bottles. That's the way I like to put it with the bottle of water. It's just take a little small one. That bottle, they still have to do the investigations on the other account. Make sense? Put a 5 in the chat if that made sense to everybody. I may have confused everybody, but I'm just trying to explain it in that sense. Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 5 because I want to send them out individually. I'm going to put this unlimited, and then we're going to move on to the next sheet. Now I'm going to give everybody a cheat sheet. One more. This cheat sheet is going to be how to pick your clients, how to pick your file. So said cheat sheet is going to do it for you. Now watch. I'm going to make this life very easy. I'm going to come down, hover on this orange circle at the bottom. Can anybody tell me which circle category you would assume is positive? What color? Meaning, what color, I mean. Put it in the chat. Perfect. So green is the positive one. So I'm going to come over here to this box right here that says hide positive items, and I'm going to click it. Now all those greens are gone. So now all we have is negative items. And because that's all we have, that's all we're going to work on. Okay? Everything is color coordinated in this software. So if you have one color, you don't have to get the rest of them. Ready? Let's do this very quickly, very easily, very painless. I'm going to click 1. This is my first negative item. I'm going to click that cheat sheet that we have and download that cheat sheet. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to split the screen. Okay, I'm going to click 1. I'm going to make this editable. That's going to be nice and big on this side, and now we have our negative item over here. So now I'm going to click 1 again. Let's just get 1. Perfect. And I'm going to come over here to type of reported issue. Type of reported issue is the actual negative item. Okay? And this type of reported issue is personal identifier information. So I'm going to go look for personal information. I found personal information on the cheat sheet. Guess what? Number 1, the color of number 1, which is that purple, matches the purple up there, which this is 1. It's personal information. Everything matches. I'm going to click a checkbox over here, and I'm going to say attack that. There you go. I'm done. Let's go. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to click on number 2. Type of reported issue is inquiry information. I'm literally going to look. All inquiries. Bingo. Check that off. The brown matches the brown. Perfect. I don't have to worry about anything. Let's keep pushing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 19 is the same. The next new one we have is 25. I'm going to click 25. Type of reported issue. Charge off. Okay. Student loan charge off. I don't say student loan. Medical charge off and collection. Don't say medical. All other charge off and collection. Well, it doesn't say medical and it doesn't say student loan, so I'm assuming it's got to be all other charge off and collection, which it is. Because the other ones are labeled student loan and medical. So those are there. We have that. We just checked that off. 26 is the same thing. Good, we have it checked. Let's go to 27. 27 is orange. This is the last one, so that's why it is the color orange. And it says type of reported issue, all other delinquency late 1-2. All other delinquency late 1-2. Perfect, it matches. Put a check mark. You're done. You're done. It's that easy. It is that easy. You cannot overcomplicate it once you have the check sheet. The cheat sheet literally helps you get through it. Now, I don't have the colors for the other one, so if you see this golden color, you're like, what is this? That's the key. I don't have it. So now that we're completed, right? I'm gonna check my images at the bottom. So I'm gonna come over here. Here's 27, right? 27 is the last one. Let's double check that. Here's 27, last one. I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom. And I have this over here. It says photo identification, social security, proof of address, other. Let's double check it. First name, last name, PPC. First name, last name, POA. First name, last name, SSC. First name, last name, ID. Perfect. This is good. Come over here to top. Scroll up, hit top. On the top, I'm going to hit client info. I'm going to double check the client info. Boom, 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 boom. Everything looks great. Fantastic. I'm going to go back to general settings. Now I'm going to reset everything. We're going to get started, and we're going to call it a day. Ready? I'm going to reset opulence. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to click the first round because we're in the first round. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the check boxes. I'm going to check everything in red because we don't need to send an attack out to stuff we know is not on the credit report. Okay? And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look over here. I'm going to look, I got personal information. I'm going to click personal information. I've got all inquiries. I'm going to click all inquiries. I got AOCC, all of the check collection charge off. I'm going to click all of the collection charge off. Then I'm going to look all of the delinquency lates 1-2, all of the delinquency lates 1-2. I'm going to count the boxes. Ladies and gentlemen, count the green check marks with me. How many green check marks do we have? Four. Beautiful. How many credit bureaus are there? Beautiful. What's 4 times 3, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful. I come over here. I'm going to put 12 in this first box. There is no 12, so we're going to put 15. We're always going to round up. Default, default, default. I'm going to hit next. Include all 3 bureaus, and I'm ready to generate. I generate that letter, and I'm completed. And I just generated that letter for you guys. I just burned a GA for you guys, just so you guys can see that. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done. That's the software in a nutshell. How did everybody take that? Y'all can come off mute. You can talk to me. Don't be quiet. We're finished. I'm going to show you what the letters look like right now. Here you go. Let's see those collections. Here's the collection letter. And this is what it looks like. Cool, right? All done. That's it, guys. As easy as that. I'm going to drop the YouTube channel in the chat in about 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds to pull it up. And then I'm going to send it to you guys. And I'm done. Any questions?
So back to my question. Is it from the exact 30 days or from the day you send it out?
So you would come from me. So when you get the tracking, you send it out from tracking. Okay? You send it out from tracking if you're utilizing tracking. If you're not utilizing tracking, that's why I can see you send it out from me. Okay? If you're not utilizing tracking, then you do it from the day I send you the picture. If you do it yourself, you do it from whenever you handed it to the post office. That's what I would say to you. Normally, I that's what I tell people. Normally, it's up to you on what you're gonna do, but I would say if you're doing business with us, I would always say mail with tracking, and then you follow it to the day that it gets there, and then you start your watch. Because then it's 30 days from there. That's you're doing perfect timing.
Okay, appreciate you.
Got you. Any other questions? Ow, man, my nose is killing me. Anything else? I put the link for the YouTube channel, guys. You guys will get that YouTube channel. You can utilize that, and you guys will be good from there. I did upload that, and I did give that to you guys.
Tiffany, did you have a question?
I think Tiffany bounced. Tiffany bounced. Like I said, today's the quick class. Um, today's the quick class. I like to. Oh shit! It is. Oh shit! It is. Uh, I like to have conversations with people, but making two classes go back to back really long when we're not getting through the information and people not absorbing it, especially since tonight I had one new person technically stay on until all the way until the end. It's crazy. Tomorrow night we go crazy because it's Wednesday. People come in with more energy, but people on Tuesday, they're just getting out of work there, or some people are still in work, but they're just getting out of work. They're a little spent, they're a little burnt, and you could tell just by the energy wise that people are not 100% here. So I just like to get through it and say, hey, you know what? Come tomorrow night. That's the best time to come. Tomorrow night's the best class. That's when I like doing the best of our work. That's the key.
Be just like my Tuesday. I have another.
You're breaking
I
up.
know you told me.
You're breaking up.
Oh man, hold on. Let me.
Sit your ass down, boy. Can't do anything if I can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
No, I had muted myself. I was putting in this Wi-Fi.
We're good, guys?
Okay, now I can talk. I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Good.
Uh, I know I had told you like this is like my third time telling you this, but I know you had told me because I remember telling you that I had somebody do my baby. They were sending out the tax, but it was and like I was signed up for a membership, but my stuff wasn't going nowhere. It actually went down. My credit score actually went down. Like my experience went down like 70 some points, and the other two went down like 50 some points. So I stopped with them. I just stopped the payments, and you said I had to wait 30 days to like for it to refresh
Yes,
to
sir.
do it. Okay.
You want to give 30 days for the system to clear out everything that's going on and then restart again. So that's the key. But I want everybody to understand. I'm gonna say this to everybody right now because a lot of people don't get it. the credit repair is not your credit score going up. I said this last Wednesday's class. Credit repair is not your credit score going up. Credit repair is the removal of your negative items. So if your score went down, something got removed. So what got removed? If nothing got removed, then what did you spend money on? If you didn't spend money on, then you have to go with a fine-tooth comb and find out what has changed. Make sense? And that's the key. You want to know what has changed so that you can go better yet, go through the system and see what's going on. Make sense? Yeah, it does. Perfect. I got you. Mr. Perryman is the only person we're asking questions. Nobody, all y'all veteran credit repair experts in the industry. I mean, still to this day, I'm 15 years in this industry. I ask questions every single day. Nobody's got a question. Not one. On that note, if nobody has a question, I think I can conclude class tonight. And we'll get everything set up for tomorrow night. I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We'll go from there. We're going to do some crazy stuff tomorrow night. And yeah, should be good. All right, guys. Everybody have a good evening and see you tomorrow. Good night. I appreciate you too, Mr. Perryman. Yo, Brusky, you can message me anytime on my phone or via Facebook. I got you, bro. Yeah, I'm not sitting down for fucking people, done.
का दुख नहीं होता कि लोग छोड़ जाते हैं। मुझे हमेशा इस बात का डर रहता